It's Thursday Night Football between the Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Broncos. We break down the game, give you our best bet, and it all starts right now. Hey guys, it's Matt from Grandstand, Bettors.com, and Week 5 of the NFL season starts with Thursday Night Football. Colts, Broncos in prime time. We're going to get to that best bet in just a moment. But first, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our picks and predictions all season long. And while you're at it, smash that like button if you are ready for some Thursday Night Football. I know I am. So without further ado, let's dive in to the matchup between the Colts and the Broncos. And the Broncos minus 3.5 point favorites here. Over under set at 42.5 at the moment. Colts come into this matchup sitting at 1-2-1 on the season after falling short last week against the Titans 24-17 at home, despite Matt Ryan throwing for 356 yards and 2 touchdowns, going for 21 first downs, and the Colts only had to punt twice. So you have to ask yourself, what was the problem? Well, it was really two-pronged. Not only could they get nothing going against the Titans' rush defense, which held Taylor to 42 yards on 20 carries, they also turned the ball over 3 times, 2 fumbles lost, 1 INT. Now that is embarrassing considering coming into that matchup, the Titans were allowing 144 rushing yards per game. This week, they're going to face another mediocre defense, so things might be different. Just last week, Josh Jacobs ran for 144 yards against the Broncos defense, averaging over 5 yards per carry. He also had 2 touchdowns. Now, you would assume Taylor would have a great game against the Broncos, but the Colts front 7 is struggling, and the Colts have the 6th worst rush offense in the league right now. However, the way Ryan looked last week, I say, who needs a rushing attack? You can spread that ball all around to 9 different receivers. 4 of them last week had 4 catches or more. Broncos, they have a great secondary, but if you think about it, they did shut down only Geno Smith, Davis Mills, and Jimmy G. That's not really something to brag about. But to be fair, these Broncos are somehow 2-2 on the season, despite averaging only 16.5 points per game, and most of that can really be contributed to their defense. Because surely Russell Wilson and this offense, that is not a reason that they're going to win this game in the least bit. They unfortunately got the news that Javonte Williams is now out for the season, which means Gordon and maybe Mike Boone is going to get the majority of rushing attempts moving forward. With a mediocre rushing attack anyways, look for Wilson and his offense to turn a little more heavy-handed with the passing attack. Broncos, they have all the weapons in the world they need in the passing attack. They just need to execute. Denver only averaging 226 yards through the air, but last week, Wilson did look good, started maybe going in a positive direction, getting into a better rhythm, throwing for 2 touchdowns, 1 to each one of his favorite targets with Judy and Sutton. Now, really, when it comes down to it, the Broncos offense, if they can't stay on the field long enough to give their defense a break, they're not going to be able to create drives and go down and score points. In the last 3 games, Broncos, they're 12 of 42 on third downs. That is 28% conversion rate on third down. That is extremely bad. Things might not get better here, though. They do play a top 10 secondary and a top 10 rushing defense against the Colts this week. So, what is our best bet here for Thursday Night Football? Well, honestly, we already know none of you are going to agree with this pick because we are going contrarian. Listen, both of these teams, they have struggled offensively. They have played well on the defensive side of the ball. But we really trust the Colts defense. Can we really trust them? They've given up 14-plus points to their opponents in the first half of 3 of the last 4 games. And this Broncos team just gave up 32 points to the Raiders. Listen, we know the Broncos have a great defense, and this game is being played in Denver. But both of these QBs are going to combine to throw about 70 times in this game. And Matt Ryan is going to continue to do what he's done most of his professional career, and that is rack up garbage time touchdowns. With about 3 minutes left in this game, we see the score maybe 24-14 Broncos. We think Matt Ryan and company, they're going to come down the field. They're going to score another non-outcome factoring touchdown. So with our best bet for Thursday Night Football, we're going to take Colts Broncos over 42.5 points. Now, just a reminder, in the meantime, if you're looking for our full card for the upcoming Week 5 NFL season, we have that over at grandstandbettors.com. Links below in the description. We look forward to you coming over and signing up and becoming part of our family today. In the meantime, though, sit back, relax, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you tonight live for Colts Broncos on Thursday Night Football.